Welcome back to the Catskills, to this moon-themed tiny home. This property sits on 9 acres of land, and there is a lot to explore. For the home itself, it's both modern yet rustic at the same time. You have a more classic item like a wood stove, and then also a movie screen projector, so it's the perfect balance of both. Then on the exterior, you have probably the most amount of string lights I've ever seen before at an Airbnb. This absolutely gorgeous separate bathhouse that comes with a soaking tub, 2 different fire pit areas, and even a private pond. So definitely a lot to unpack at this spot. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's now go and start the full tour. Let's go and check out this fairy tale tiny home in the Catskills. You have your outdoor deck, which is built over all of those stones, and there is plenty of firewood underneath this home. I would probably describe this as a tiny home with an A-frame style roof. You have that very steep angled roof up top, which combines for a very unique exterior structure. Out front, you also have an outdoor sink actually underneath that wooden structure, and there is some green moss on top. Now, the back of the home definitely does not disappoint either. I had all that smoke billowing out of the chimney because I had a fire going on both inside and there at the backyard fire pit. And look at how long that line of string lights is. It goes all the way back towards the front of the property, along with the orange glow coming out of the windows. This scene feels like something straight out of a movie, in my opinion. We are back to daytime now. We've already seen a good chunk of the exterior, so I'm now going to go and open up this black door because it's time to go and see what is inside of this cozy little cabin. This tiny home is basically split into 2 different areas. You first have your small dining space in the living room, and then up the stairs behind that wood stove, you have your bed area, which we'll go to next, but let's begin in here. So along that far wall, there is a door that leads to the outdoor deck, which we'll get to a little later. And then you have your fridge and some of your essential coffee supplies in the other corner. But I want to first focus along this wall, which has the key feature of the interior, and that of course is the wood stove. I loved all the black tiling that surrounds this space, and I got a fire up and running quite easily. You can see all of the firewood there to the left, and of course all of the wood that we saw earlier underneath the home. You definitely have no shortage of fire starting supplies if you choose to book this property. I also love how the bed area is elevated up those stairs. It kind of separates this home clearly into 2 spaces. But to first finish up in here, you do have your small couch, then a retro white fridge and your water supply. And you even have some other key items like a black tea kettle there on the left, a French press, all of your coffee and tea supplies. You do have the basics, and there's another kitchen area we'll see later. We'll now shift our attention to this other spot on the left. You have these 2 small red chairs, and you can sit up against this window and look out into the woods. There's also those 2 lighting fixtures on the windowsill and this nice little speaker. But I'll now open up this door, and here is the outdoor deck that we briefly saw before. You have a chair, a small grill, and a table. It's this one that we saw when we first began the tour. Let's now go and see the other half of this home, so I'll walk up these stairs to the bed area. You have this insanely comfortable mattress, and you have all the natural light pouring in from all sides. There's even that gorgeous lighting fixture, which I'll get to a little bit later. And if you look to this corner there on the far right, there's a small tablet on top of this shelf. Because this home is set up as a smart home, you can control some key functions from here. And now, yes, for one of the best features, and that is the movie screen projector. You can pull it down like this quite easily, and you have a smart TV, I guess a smart projector built into this, so you can use YouTube, Netflix, whatever you need. And if you look up now, you have these cathedral ceilings, along with these moon-themed lighting fixtures, and this lovely crescent-shaped window. But now for a quick break. Happy Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, okay. We're gonna have to bleep that out. Look who I found, ladies and gentlemen, after a 2-year absence from the MikeWillTravel channel.
Rural Vermont.
Mr. Levi Kelly is back. Dude, so much has changed in like 2 years. Like, I live in Mexico now. You have your second kid on the way.
Coming.
Holy crap. But anyways, Levi is shooting this really cool, unique, rustic, vintage cabin behind us. I'm not shooting it, he is. Check it out down in the video description. I'm sure you guys all know who this person is, but check out his stuff. That's it for now.
Mike just came along for the ride.
Yeah. Okay, bye. Now, after that quick cameo appearance from Mr. Levi, we're gonna go and see the Zen style bathhouse. It's about a 30-second walk from the main cabin. You can open up the doors like that, and it's a very open concept. So much so that I was even able to fly my drone all the way from the exterior and over the bathtub back out into the woods. Getting a little closer now, you actually have a shower head up top. If you're not so much a bath person, that is still an option. You also have all of your towels there out in the open and easily accessible. Then here is your bathroom counter with plenty of space. If we look now over on the left, I'll open up the first of 2 doors. The first one just has your toilet inside, and the second one surprised me. They actually even have a washer and dryer all the way out here in the woods. Now, for the final 2 outdoor amenities, you have this very lovely private pond. If you actually look out there in the distance, in the top left, you can see the mountains, and you have this nice little bench there so you can sit down and relax. And last but not least, you also have this little kind of outdoor kitchen and dining area. I didn't film too much here because it rained a lot the previous night, so everything was looking a bit wet, but you do have some more basic kitchen items here, along with a little picnic style table there, and even a grill, so a lot to see. To finish off the video, I'll briefly show off the surrounding area. We are about 2.5 hours away from New York City, and I got most of these shots during sunrise. You can actually see a lake there off in the distance. I believe that is the Downsville Reservoir, and the little village of Downsville is just down the road from this cabin. I visited during the second week of October for peak fall foliage if you want to take note, and of course here is one of my favorites, a drone hyperlapse shot. Thanks for watching, guys. All of the booking information and more details are down in the video description, and I will see you very soon for another Airbnb tour.